Today you're going to learn about companies that are changing the way we build things, changing the way we learn, even what we wear. You'll be introduced as well in the next hour to innovations that are revolutionizing the way we work together, how we can save billions in water costs, and how we can even enrich lives simply by getting ourselves and others outdoors.
September of 2014, my 2-year-old daughter left on a faucet for 14 hours, wasting what, in my estimates, about 3,500 gallons of water. So that's where we take the next step. We'll be able to learn the usage of the household. So through the device, we're going to be able to bring that information back. The analytics server can then understand what's normal and what's not normal, and then we can alert the homeowner. You can shut it off from wherever you are in this world as long as you're connected to Wi-Fi or cellular.
My name is Lucy Beard. I'm the CEO and founder of Feets. I was just trying to do something simple, buy a pair of shoes that fit. We make shoes only for you. We make them based on your foot size with an app. So you can just take 3 photos and we can get an accurate model of your foot. Then you design the shoe with your color and your style that matches. You press buy, and then we 3D print these shoes here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Put them in a box and ship them to you within a few days. Our vision here is that you never have to try on a pair of shoes again. You walk 100,000 miles in your life, walk them in your shoes, not someone else's.
What we've done is combine 3D printing with conventional construction materials to enable a new way to construct buildings. So large-scale 3D printing. We make a 3D printed matrix, and into that we apply normal construction materials like spray foam and concrete, and then it takes on the characteristics of those materials that are added. It's really the combination of large-scale industrial robots like this, our patented freeform 3D printing technology that prints in free space, and then our software that translates geometry into the code that drives that robot.
So it is an honor and privilege to stand before you today to present our very first TechTown Future Innovator Award to Mr. Xavier Holmes. Next to me, please. Whatever we threw at him, robotics, coding for Java, circuitry, he was zipping through the material so fast we began to question our own intellect. And with the help of our friends at NovaCopy, who are gifting him a 3D printer for his own use, open your jaw.
Ambition. Life is too short for work to feel small. That's why a team of seasoned entrepreneurs and elite engineers launched Ambition, a performance management platform that combines cutting-edge gamification, analytics, and reporting automation to score user performance in real time. Learning Blade. To get more students interested in STEM jobs, Chattanooga-based Thinking Media created Learning Blade, a web-based STEM curriculum focused on increasing interest in careers like medicine, advanced manufacturing, biomedical engineering, and more. Roots Rated brings people who love the outdoors together. Roots Rated helps outdoor, travel, and tourism brands engage their customers by putting content online via a dominant platform. Roots Rated connects people and brands to give consumers the inspirational content they want and to help marketers engage targeted audiences at scale.
Fast forward a little bit to Ambition, we get accepted into a program called Y Combinator out in Silicon Valley. And companies like Dropbox, Airbnb, Stripe, Reddit, you may have heard of, gone through this program, so it's tough to get into there. And everyone asks us, we went through this program and did well, raised money from folks like Google, the creator of Gmail, a couple other people. And everyone thought we were crazy when we decided to move back to Chattanooga. It was like, what are you guys doing? But there's really something special here, and we were really excited to come back and build our company here. So honored to accept this award. Thank you all, and appreciate it.
Good afternoon. So the title of my presentation is From Exponential Technologies to Exponential Innovation. The reason I came about this understanding of exponential growth actually started when I was 14 years old in high school. And my history teacher, Louis Senta, said to the entire class, he said, "What would you rather have? $100,000 a day for every day in November, or a penny on the first day, 2 on the second, 4 on the third, and that penny doubles 30 times. And I remember thinking to myself, well, what an idiotic question is that? I'm going to take the $100,000 because that would be $3 million in total. But then he said, go ahead, do the math. And I was pretty good at math, and so after 10 doublings, the penny had doubled to $5.12. After 20 days, it had doubled to $5,242.88. But I was still quite confident in my selection of choices. It was not until day 29, when the total had reached $2.6 million, that I recognized the errors of my way, because the very next day, over $5 million. In order to think about the future, you have to understand exponential growth, and that is the penny doubling. And so the reason I tell you this, and the reason you have to appreciate it, is there are now no fewer than 12 technological forces that are undergoing this exponential change. It is computer processing power, it's data storage, it's bandwidth, it's the sequencing of human genomes, advances in biotechnology, nanotechnology, robotics, 3D printing, sensor technology, the collection of data, the sharing economy, renewable energy. All of these trends, they're not creeping up linearly, they're shooting up exponentially. So if we really want to think about the future, we all have to understand exponential growth. But I want you to understand you've already lived through exponential growth, because it helps people appreciate we're going to continue to live through exponential growth. And so I'm just going to walk you through some exponential growth. Anyone recognize what this is? It's the world's first computer, and it was developed 65 years ago, and when it was literally twice the size of this room. All we have done in the last 60 years through exponential growth has made those transistors exponentially smaller. And here's what we have achieved today.
Well, we're working on a project that will take a nanosensor in the bloodstream that is smaller than a grain of sand, and it will pick up a signal when you have cells that are coming off, shed from into the bloodstream, coming off from the artery lining, which is the precursor to a heart attack. And then you will get on your phone a special heart attack ringtone.
A special heart attack ringtone. Doesn't that sound a little crazy? But this fellow, his name is Dr. Eric Topol. His understanding of advances in nanotechnology, computer processing power, and sensor technology tell him that that idea of a heart attack ringtone, it's not way off in the far, fuzzy future. It's just a couple of years away. And you've already lived through exponential growth, and I'm going to give you an example of this. Those of you who are older, how many of you can remember the hit movie from the late 80s, Wall Street? Any of you remember that? Michael Douglas played Gordon Gekko. He's this high-powered Wall Street guy. But to show he's high-powered, what device did they show him using in that movie? Can you remember? Yeah, it was that brick-like cell phone. And 25 years ago, that device cost $5,000, and it belonged to less than 1/10 of 1% of the global population. All that has happened over the last 25 years is those devices, like the lily pad, have exploded out, and they have transformed our world. Let me give you an example. Google is already working on robotic technology, self-driven autonomous cars. That technology is at the exact same stage as that clunky Michael Douglas cell phone stage. This technology is only going to get better, faster, and more affordable. This is someone getting into a self-driven car for the first time. I got a kick out of it. I think you might enjoy it.
What?
It's driving itself.
That, my friends, is what innovation feels like, both exhilarating and frightening at the same time. What's next? As a futurist, I don't claim to predict the future, but I love this quote. It comes from Peter Drucker. Decades ago, he said, the only way to predict the future is to create it yourself. But the future of Chattanooga is going to be created in your hands. You have all of the components. And so I'm absolutely optimistic for your future, because you've got it all going on, and the future is going to be incredibly bright, but you have to go out and create it. So with that, thank you very much, and thank you for having me to Chattanooga.